Okay, dear students, now I'm going to explain you the remaining portion of this chapter 4, that is values and data types. Okay, so now the topic is very important, that is escape sequence. So what do you mean by escape sequence? So I think you'll get confused out here. Okay, so actually this is very easy. So think this escape sequence are generally used in our print statement. Okay, generally they are used in our print statement. You just remember that. Okay, it is used where? It is used in our print statement. So now, so escape sequence, they are known as the non-graphics character. Okay, they are known as what? You can write down the definition, that escape sequence are known as the non-graphics character that are generally used in the print statement. Okay, they are generally used in the print statement. We can't see, but we can just feel it, that oh, this means it has done like that. Okay, we can feel that, but we can't see it. Okay, so there are various type of escape sequence. So see there. So various type of escape sequence are slash a within the print statement, within system.out.println. If you write slash a, then there will be an audible bell. Okay, there will be a noise just like ting ting, like that. Okay, there will be a beep noise inside the, when we print out that statement. So just like slash b means it will give a back space. Slash f form fade. Generally the main important thing that we need to know out here is slash n means new line. When we want to print in different line, just like we had discussed system.out.print and system.out.println. Okay, that instead of println you can write system.out.print, and ln can be written within the double quote. That is also the same thing. Okay, means it will print all the statement in different lines. And another is slash t, means horizontal tab. So if you want to print horizontally, suppose 1, then give a gap of 4 or 5, then 2, then give a gap of 5, then 3, like that. So if you want to print like that, so we can write in the form of slash t in between the print statement. But if you want to write vertically, then we can write with the help of slash v. Slash v means vertical tab. Okay, you just remember this much. There are so many, so for your knowledge you can just go through, but generally slash n, slash t, slash v. Okay, all those are used. So now let us go to our another topic, is number this string literal. So string literal means, whatever we write within the double code is known as a string, and null means empty, blank. Okay, null means empty, blank. So if it is empty, we write it down null. Okay, we write it down null. So a null literal is always of null type, right? So now another is the separator. We are talking all this about the various types of tokens. Okay, various types of tokens. So next topic is separator. Under the token is separator. So whatever the braces we use, curly brace, second, first bracket, second bracket, third bracket, then semicolon, comma, all they are known as the separators. Okay, they are known as what? They are known as the separator. Okay, now another very important term is this data type. What do you mean by data type? Okay, so data type means generally it is used to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. Okay, so data type means, see, in and around whatever we see, so many things, but are all those things belongs to the same category? No, some may belongs to electronic gadgets, some may belongs to stationary items, some may belongs to home appliances, etc. So when we categorize this, so that categorization is known as data type. Okay, so the definition is given out there. Data type are means to identify the type of data and associated operations of handling it. Okay, so generally there are two types of data type. One is known as primitive. See there, it's given out there. One is known as primitive, and the another one is known as the reference. So primitive is also known as fundamental data type. So what do you mean by fundamental? So fundamental means they are self dependent, they are not dependent on others. Okay, they are self, they can do their work themselves, they don't require others help. So such kind of data type are known as primitive or fundamental data type. Okay, and under this, what are the different types? Byte, short, int, long, float, okay, double, char, boolean, etc. Okay, they are known as the primitive data type, right? And what is reference data type? The another data type is reference. This is also known as non-primitive data type, as well as what we call it as derived or reference. Okay, we call it as reference or derived or non-primitive also we can say. So what do you mean by reference or non-primitive or derived? So it means that they are constructed or they are being made with the help of primitive data type. Okay, they are developed with the help of primitive data type. They take the help of primitive data type, and they are known as what? A reference data type. So what are the different data types used in reference or derived or non-primitive? That are classes, array, and interface. So in your syllabus you have class and array, okay, in class 10. So but interface you don't have to study, just for the theoretical knowledge you need to know is that reference data type is of three types. One is class, array, and then interface. Okay, okay, fine. So now another thing is you need to know the size. See there, you need to know the size of this data type. What is the size of byte? Means it is 8 bit, that is 1 byte. And what is the size of sort? If they ask in byte, so you have to say 2 byte. Sort occupies 2 byte or 16 bit. 1 byte equals to 6. 1 byte equals to 8 bits. Okay, 1 byte is equals to 8 bits. So sort, SHORT, sort occupies 2 bytes. So 2 bytes means how much bit? 8 to the 16. Sorry. So the third one is integer. So how much integer occupies? So integer occupies 4 bytes. Okay, that means 4 is the 32 bit, or long occupies 8 bytes. So you need to remember that. So similarly, float also occupies 4 byte, double occupies 8 bytes. So you have to remember this. Okay, it may come in a exam. So now, by default, if we want to enter, we want to represent any value in decimal. So how we can represent is that float f is equals to 1.23 f, okay, small f or capital F. And if we want to represent it into capital letter, we can write in with the help of suppose double D is equals to 1.3141, okay, 141, then capital D or small d, okay, for double. They are known as the default value declaration. Clear? Okay. And what is the size of character? So one character occupies 2 bytes. Okay. And boolean occupies just 1 bit. How much? 1 bit. Okay. Fine. So now let us go to this variable. What do you mean by variable? As you all know, see the example first. Int is, float res, double salary, comma, ways, etc. So here is people res, they are known as the variable name, and before the variable name whatever we have written, for example int, float, they are known as the data type. So how do we declare a variable? First we write down the data type, then give a space, and then the variable name, then we give semicolon. Okay, so we can say that variable are known as the named memory location. Okay, variables are known as the named memory location whose values can be manipulated during program run. So in short, you can write variable are the named memory location where certain values can be stored. They are known as the variables. So how do we declare a variable? Just give the data type and give a space, then variable name, then give the input. Okay, we call this as a, this is the way how we declare a variable: data type and then variable name, int age, then semicolon. Okay. Okay, now initialization of variable. So initialization of variable means whenever we wrote int age, so that is declaration, and when we assign a value in that age int age is equals to 10, so that is known as initialization. When a value is being assigned to a variable, so that is known as a initialization of a variable. Okay. Okay, fine. So here the initial value, if we want to declare, so byte means 0, short means we write 0, integer means 0 we write, for long we write ol, and for float we write 0.0f, for double the initial value will be 0.0d, for character it will be null slash u 0000 we can write, or simply null character we can write. Then boolean means false, and boolean means what, you write false, and all reference type we can write null. And the last one, see this data type, earlier only we have discussed there are two types of data type: primitive and non-primitive or reference. Okay, number they have described it in detail, so you can learn the earlier one only. Fundamental, under fundamental everything comes: in, float, double, char, string and all, and in non-primitive comes class, array and interface. See this last one, very important. Constant means whenever we want to make certain values as fixed, throughout the program. We don't want to change its value. Whatever we have declared at the beginning, that will remain as it is throughout the program. So that is known as constant or literals. So how can we write that? See, there is a keyword known as final. See there is a keyword known as final. See, final double tax rate is equals to 0.25. So tax rate is a variable name out here whose data type is double and whose value is 0.25. So if we want to keep this value as a permanent, we don't want to change it again and again. So before the data type, see, there is a keyword known as final. So it represents, it is a keyword whose main work is to make the value as constant, that can't be changed further. Okay, fine, is that clear? Okay, so now the rest is the program. So you just go through the programs. They are very basic programs, as we have done so many. So please go through this video clip I'm sending you, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. Okay, thank you.